Day 18 of the rally and we've reached our furthest point east, covering 3,660 miles, crossing through Europe, Turkey, Georgia and into Armenia.
Now we hit the road heading west, our first goal crossing the Armenia-Georgia border for a second time, but first braving more of Armenia's crazy roads.
As you do, take your own lane, whichever you fancy, mate. You do you, boo.
We hit some big milestones on this stretch of the journey in terms of distance.
What just happened, Douglas?
We just hit 4,000 miles on a road to the Armenian border.
Oh yeah! And height. Just done a big climb in Armenia and we are at how high, Doug?
6,800 feet.
Boom, that's the highest we've been so far.
And had a trouble-free crossing at the Armenia-Georgia border.
We actually made it through a border in less than 30 minutes. That is a new record.
Finally, after a lot of driving, we ended day 18 with a night at the secluded Foka St. Nino Monastery, watching the sunset over the stunning Paravani Lake and Samsari Mountains. Today was a good day. We set off early the next morning, heading towards Turkey with one very interesting stop planned on the way. The 12th century cave city of Vardzia.
Jumping on a whizzy electric shuttle buggy, we zoomed our way up to the city and were met with one of the most incredible feats of ancient engineering.
Here we have an ancient stable. You can see this is the platform they used to feed the horses on. This is a stable for 10 horses. And you can see the troughs carved into the stone there. There's a gully down the centre, which leads down to a gully on the floor down here. And that's cut in for easy cleaning. They believe that because this is only for 10 horses, and the massive complex would have obviously needed more horses, they believe this was the royal stables.
Some areas weren't easily accessible, but Doug swiftly scrambled into a little bedroom to check it out.
Inside, you can clearly see the niches carved into the rock that would have been used to house candles and ornaments surrounding the bed.
Climbing down was a little less graceful.
There were so many caves to explore, each with its own specific purpose.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Alex. What's down here then?
Cold room.
The cold room?
It's like an old school fridge.
Yeah. So here you can see little cut-out pots. This is so they can put their storage jars in there without them falling over. What do you think?
Cool, isn't it?
I know, it's a bit low. I don't know if you can see this. It's not a great height for tall people. In fact, Alex might be able to stand up.
Yep.
So that's fine, you short ass. Oh, it's dribbling down my neck. I'm destroying the architecture.
Yeah, I can stand up.
Look at the gap. Ow!
There was also a huge underground tunnel system leading through the city. This is the deepest into the cave we've been, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easily.
There's the water. They also get themselves.
Yeah, and then you can fill up.
They need to fill up. There's a cup there, one free cup.
This is the natural spring that they diverted from a few kilometres away, I think, so that they had loads of water.
That's nice.
We ventured further into the caves and they began to get narrower and shallower.
Even I can't stand up in this bit. But eventually, after lots of climbing, we made it into the highest chamber, and the view was spectacular. Wow.
So we've climbed up all the way from down here, gone up the side of the slope, down through the bell
You're
tower.
nowhere near the slope, sorry darling.
Come up this slope, gone through the bell tower, come all the way down here, gone up here where the bells are, gone through a cave system all the way up here, and then come down these stairs to end up here. Long way.
We descended a really long, steep set of stairs leading down to the bottom of the valley.
These were challenging not only due to their steepness, but due to a group of incredibly smelly visitors going down before us. You okay, hon?
Smelly people.
Just hanging back.
It's lingering, we're waiting.
It's lingering in this cave. Just gonna have to go for it. Stinky. I think I'd rather duck drop to far.
After braving the smell for what seemed like an eternity, we made it to the bottom.
You can't really even see it from down here, but we have been all the way up here, zigzagged a bit, through some caves at the top there, and all the way down to the bottom. I have never seen anything like that in my life, not in person. You see photos, don't you, Doug?
Yeah, absolutely. This is it was an experience, to tell you that. It's the first cave dwellings we've seen. Apparently there's a lot more in Turkey, so we're going to be doing a lot more of that, I think.
Yeah, it's just fascinating. What a feat of engineering.
How people survived.
And it was twice as big before an earthquake as well.
Yeah.
Just madness.
They survived, they made wine, they had monasteries and churches, and there's a whole society living on a cliff face.
They made wine because they had their priorities right, clearly.
Like every culture.
Hey.
Booze is the best.
We really enjoyed our visit to Vardzia and its obscure ancient history. A real must visit for any history lovers.
Back at the cars, we found a strange new addition to our convoy who was undertaking a different rally.
Who's that? So we just come across Team Lost Panda. I'm going to stick one of these bad boys inconspicuously somewhere on there. They'll never know.
After a quick pit stop and some interesting ice cream selections by Ian,
It's kind of just so wrong.
What is it?
Sesame seed ice cream.
we set off, but didn't get too far on this roasting hot day.
Just spotted a place that might be perfect just to dip our feet, have a little cool down. So just turn around and heading back to it.
Bruh.
Come closer. Your little curls are hanging out the front then. Finally, we hit the road to Turkey for a second time, having covered a grand total of 4,147 miles so far. There's still a very, very long way to go.
That's it for this episode of the Long Loop Rally. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to keep up with the adventure. We have a long, long way to go and a lot of awesome places still to see.